This is a video about the cow and chicken problem. So basically what we do is we're going to have a story problem for kids, and we're talking about having cows and chickens. And you can use any animals that you want, but the idea is that they have to have two separate number of legs, where a cow has 4 legs and a chicken has 2 legs. And it creates some variance in the problem. So we have cows and chicken. So a farmer has looked at his animals and said that they have 20 different animals of cows and chicken. And then when you're adding up the legs of the cows and chicken, there are 34 legs. Oops, that doesn't work. Why does that not work? Well, if I make all my animals chickens, which is the smallest number of legs, 20 times 2 is 40. So I need a minimum of 40 legs. Now if I make them all cows, 4 times 20 is 80. So I would have to have 80 legs. So from this I know, okay, I can't do 34. I have to be between 40 and 80. So let's do 66. We have 66 legs with 40 animals. So there are a couple of different ways, actually 3 different ways that we're going to look at solving this problem. So we're going to use the most advanced method. We're going to use algebra. And then we'll go down to easier methods to use. So with algebra, if I make cows x and chickens y, then x plus y is equal to 20. A cow has 4 legs, so 4x plus a chicken has 2 legs plus 2y is equal to 66. So now I have 2 equations and 2 unknowns, so I can solve this system of equations. So what I'm going to do is, since I want to get rid of one of the variables, if I multiply this by a minus 2, then what I get is minus 2x minus 2y is equal to minus 40. And the reason I'm doing that is with algebra, if I add equations together, then I still stay within that same system of equations. So 4x minus 2x is 2x, plus 2y minus 2y is 0y, 66 minus 40 is 26. So then x is equal to 13, because 2x equals 26, divided by 2, x is equal to 13. So there I know there's 13 cows. So if I have 13 cows, 13 plus y is equal to 20. So y is equal to 7. So there's 7 cows. Oops, nope, I'm sorry. 13 cows and 7 chickens. Now we can verify that in the second equation too. So 4 times the 13 cows plus 2 times the 7 chickens has to equal 66. So 52 plus 14 is equal to 66, and that's true. 66 equals 66. So that's the algebra way of doing it. So that's for more advanced grade levels. If you're in the 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, you would use something like that. So the next one is using a table. So basically we're just trying to organize our thoughts. So we have cows, chickens, and then we have animals and legs. So we just start at one or the other because we want to go through some kind of methodical process of this. So let's make them all cows. So I have 20 cows, that's 0 chickens. So these two numbers have to add to 20. And then over here I'm going to do 20 times 4 plus 2 times 0, and that equals 80. So I have too many legs. So I'm going to jump down and I'm going to say, well, this is 18, then this is 2. So that's 20 animals. So then I have 18 times 4 plus 2 times 2, which is equal to 72 plus 4, which is 76. So I'm getting closer. So now let's go 15. So that means I would have 5 chickens, that's 20 animals. So that's 15 times 4 plus 2 times 5. So that's going to be equal to 60 plus 10, which is 70. So that's too much, and since we already know the answer is 13, I'm going to go ahead and jump and say, oh, well, I'm going to overshoot it and go to 12 and then make this 8, so that's 20 animals. So then I have 12 times 4 for the cows, plus 2 times 8 for the chickens, so that's 48 plus 16, which is 64. So all of these I was high. And for the 64, I'm lower. So I was lowering the number of cows, but I went too far, so now I have to add a cow back in. So now I'll try 13 and 7, so that gives me 20 animals. So I have 13 times 4 plus 2 times 7. That's 52 plus 14, which is 66, and that's my answer. So this is a method that you would use at using a table, and this is more of a 3rd and 4th grade level of doing this problem. So now the last one is for little kids, and they could be in kindergarten or 1st or 2nd grade. But what we know is we have 20 animals and 66 legs. So what you do is you would give kids little round styrofoam balls and toothpicks. So you would have 20 styrofoam balls. And normally we wouldn't have such big numbers. We would use smaller numbers for kids than maybe we have 10 animals or we have 8 animals instead of 20, so that we don't have such big numbers. And then with the kids doing algebra, you could use very large numbers instead of using the just the basic like 20 numbers or so. So, now I have my 20 animals, which I'm going to start taking the toothpicks, because I'll give each kid or group of kids 20 styrofoam balls and 66 toothpicks. So you start putting toothpicks into the styrofoam balls. And they're just physically doing this, using up the toothpicks. Now here, basically, they've used 20 animals times 2 toothpicks, which is 40. So they started with 66, so 66 minus 40, there's 26 toothpicks left. So now we're going to start making cows with the rest of our toothpicks. So 1, 2, So I have 26 of these, so I'm going to count to 26. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I've used all my toothpicks, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cows. These are all my cows. And then these are all my chickens. So this is the 3 different ways that you could have this cow and chicken problem, in which kids have to go through problem solving, and you can solve the problems at different levels for the different grades.